case you can't read green.
In case you can't read green. Man, I can't see green.
So,
I got green screen syndrome. I know, like, 3 things. Everything is a tank except for the tanks, which are actually planes. Those foot soldiers are literally dust. They don't exist.
Mm-hmm. They didn't even give them faces.
And the big guys look like babies.
Mm-hmm.
You put an elderly British man's head on a baby, and that's what I'm playing as. Those are the 3 things I know about this game. Okay, I'm pressing the parry button. I don't know what you want. That can't be parry. Fuck, dude! The game fucking says parry attack and then gives me an unparryable attack. Uh-oh. Fucking hell. I'm here to kill Tyranids. I don't care what you call me. Does that say Johnny Cum Daddy? Johnny Cum Daddy? Johnny Cum Daddy?
Yeah, I was trying not to acknowledge it, but...
What'd you pick?
I'm playing the kill stealing class.
You are playing this kill-stealing class. I'll be stuck in the wall. What are you doing, Step Astartes?
Oh.
You're not supposed to say ouch when he's in pain? What do you want him to feel like?
Daddy.
Who are you talking to? What the hell's going on?
Justin, thanks, because you went.
Justin complained because I said ow. I didn't even hear him.
I just said ow. You said ow, so I said ow.
Oh, I thought you were saying it in a mocking tone.
I can say it in a mocking tone.
You were looking to him. Wait, did you say you don't use ammo?
Yeah, I used my brain.
Exclusively? You never swapped to your gun?
Nope, I don't have a gun. I have my brain.
No, the Psyker should have a gun.
Nope.
I cannot,
like, further emphasize. I use my brain. Like, I use my brain.
Justin, I played Psyker. They have a gun.
Not me. I use my brain.
Fuck you, Justin.
I am literally. Look at where the fuck are you? Where are you, Aurora?
I don't believe you.
There you
It doesn't matter.
See this shit? This is my brain. That's my gun.
Dude, I played Psyker. I know what your ability is. It doesn't change the fact that you have a gun.
I don't have a gun.
You have the Uno!
This character since day 1. This is my gun.
You fucking dick! Masha.
Arthur, at last we stand.
King Julian, me touch the feet. I hate when they fucking stick me standing still and make me listen to them talk about dumb shit.
Run, run. Spurny.
My spear's about to journey somewhere.
Spurny on a gurney.
Alex, what do you think of that?
Spurning on a gurney. Spurning on a
Me
gurney.
that movie got made. Kind of like Freddy vs. Jason too.
Honestly,
It's insane to me that those movies got made.
that's like what
What
I mean.
the fuck?
There are
Is
these
she
stars.
nude in one of the movies? Which one?
No kiss. You pay all this money and they don't even kiss? God. Come on, Nathan.
Hello, chat. So, sorry for the slow start. I was making sure that the new free DLCs that came out and bonus content were downloaded, and the download button launched the game, and I didn't know why that was happening, so I was trying to figure it out. But I guess that's just what it does. So, that's why it took so long.
Now that we're friends, I decided to make you my new project.
Popular. Now this song I kind of know.
That's what makes me
Except that's not the song. Is it? Is that how the song goes?
Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I,
Is it from the first Wicked? Yeah, it's from the first Wicked. It could be then.
my tender heart
Alright, anyway. Welcome back to Avalon, guys. I have the green screen set up. I could use that. But I kind of want to stand. You know what I mean? And if I'm standing, I'm covering like the whole damn screen. So we're going to keep that off for now. If I remember correctly, that motherfucker over there is going to delete my ass. We're going to find out. And if he does, then we'll just deal with it later. My summon pushed me into him. I was pretty sure I dodged that, but fair enough. Alright, so yeah, we're not fighting that guy. He sucks. I don't like the Broadway musical style of music. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Alright, I don't know what the hell we're doing. Let me figure that out. It's been a while since I played this, so I actually don't remember anything. What the fuck am I even doing? Head to Connacht. Meet Tyrannus near the statue of the Morning Harpist. Yeah, okay. So it's just whichever one of these two quests is closest. World to win. Really? Ah, I see. Okay, this is my destination. That looks like it's probably closer, so let's go there. I don't know all the lyrics, I just know the popular. There, that's all I can do, sorry. It's the only part I can really sing. I will be singing tonight, however, though sadly not for you, because it is karaoke night tonight, and I believe we are going. Oh, I have a lot of shit to tell you guys about, chat, because we have finished the first quest of my D&D campaign, which I have said I'm going to tell you guys about, and I have not gotten around to telling you about the first 2 sessions, so I actually have 3 sessions to tell you about. And I don't know where to start. Oh, these guys are easy. That's good, because those last guys were not easy. What the fuck hit me? What was that? It's whatever that thing is, I think. What is that thing? Croakmaw. Croakma dick, am I right? Oh my god, yeah, okay, he's doing ranged attacks. That's scary. Oh yeah, I hate this. I officially hate this. Dude, don't you see we have bigger problems here? They killed all my summons already, too. Oh my god. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here for a second. Just long enough to summon my guys to fight him. Oh my god, he has a back kick? Holy shit. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. Well, that used all my healing, and I'm probably gonna die anyway. Yep, there it goes. Wait, I'm not dead. Okay, hang on. We need to be careful here. Alright, my summons are gone. Let's go and resummon them. If nothing else, it at least draws his aggro. Damn. Alright. So rather than fighting that thing, which is a bit of a nightmare, we're gonna keep moving. And I'm gonna talk about my D&D game while I do. So, here's how it went so far. We have 6 players, which is quite a few. Quite a few players. Very large campaign, but I like it. I think they're very solid. And I think all the characters, except for one who's kind of the joke mascot character, are really solid and integrated into the world. So, if you're one of my players and you're watching this, stop watching this, because I might be spoiling other people's backstories for you. Sorry. Where to start? So, the 5 Islands is the setting of the campaign. It's a setting I personally created. It is a location inspired by Game of Thrones. The 5 Kingdoms. Or actually, are they 5 kings? Well, there's War of the 5 Kings. That's the thing that inspired it. Basically, they're in a similar situation where the former king has just died. Not under mysterious circumstances, but under normal circumstances. However, the notable thing is that he died without an heir. And without an heir, there is no next rightful king. So, obviously, this is going to cause a bit of a shakeup. His head of... Ow. His head of military, General Rowan de Courtier, seized power through a series of deals, wherein he revealed that he is the holder of an ancient sword. An ancient sword, which is a ritual item. It has historical significance. It's not necessarily powerful, but it is meaningful. It is the first king's sword, and as such, is a significant symbol of power. Basically, whoever holds it is the rightful king, and so he claims to be rightful king. However, it was revealed, someone let slip, that that he got the sword not by finding it himself, but by having several mercenaries who had been traveling from outside the 5 Islands, outsiders, hand it to him, who had found it themselves. As a result, this sparks a controversy where a lot of people are like, well, that's bullshit. Especially since it's outsiders, which, like, you know, the 5 Islands are very proud and very insular culture. They are very proud of their independence and their strength and their history. So having outsiders determining their historical artifact and who it goes to did not sit well with them. So people already don't like this. On top of this, as chaos begins to brew, Rowan de Courtier made a deal with some Hell Knights, again, outsiders, to... I'm gonna kill this bear first. Basically, they are acting as sort of his extra enforcers, which obviously people also don't like. With his rule going mostly unrecognized, the powerful individuals amongst the 5 islands have begun basically vying for power, trying to be the one to take control from him. The story of our campaign begins... Holy shit, I'm getting my ass rocked. I'm getting my shit rocked. Give me a second. Getting my shit rocked by a bear. That's okay, as long as I'm progressing through telling this story, I'm at least progressing in something, even if I'm getting my shit rocked in the game. I really need to save more often. This game does not autosave like Dragon's Dogma does. It's... triangle, okay. This conflict is happening because Rowan de Courtier has the throne currently, but is not being recognized by the others. The story of our campaign begins on the island of Bloodwood. I actually haven't explained the islands. I should probably explain that. So there are 5 islands. Cold Stone, which is very Viking inspired. It's very Norse. It's cold. It's stone. They have a culture that revolves around honor and reveres bears as sacred. There's Pink Rose, which is very Japan inspired. They wear a red ribbon to signify their loyalty, and they have other colors of ribbons that mean various things. Promises, effectively. But they wear specifically a red one for their country. Even though it's Pink Rose, don't ask me, don't question. Typically use things like katanas, you know. Their government is very, it's based on a council of important figures. And the council is very, like, scheming kind of vibes, right? That's Pink Rose. The actual island itself is basically a smaller circular island that's covered in thorns that all come from this one central petrified white tree. That's the bear. I can't fight that. Bro, you really gonna third party me with a fucking bear? Anyway, so that's Pink Rose. Black Sand is basically a big mesa sticking out of the water. Sheer cliffs of yellow stone, sort of cracked and cleaved down the middle. Legend has it by the gods themselves. I'm dead. I'm actually not dead, but I'm gonna be dead, so doesn't matter. Holy shit, there's so many enemies. I feel like I'm not supposed to be out here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this area is not somewhere I'm supposed to be. Because I'm just getting jumped by everything. It's very frustrating. Well, the bear is fighting something else that I can't see. The bear's fighting fucking demons in his head. And now he's killing me. And black sand, so it's this yellow stone that is topped with a thin layer of black sand that's kind of uniform across it. So it kind of looks like a cake a little bit, but like yellow and black. Their society lives in cave networks within the rock rather than on the surface. And they have a culture that's very centered around like mining. I forgot to save again. It's centered around like mining and stuff. And slavery exists there. What am I forgetting? Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked, understandably, because I'm playing this fucking game. Oh, well, the game crashed. That's interesting. Well, bear with me a second. I guess it's a good time to keep talking. Then there is the most important, notable of them, the island of the Iron Castle, which sits in a sort of swampland area upon a smaller stone platform where there is a castle of patchwork iron. Basically, it doesn't look very good, but it is stable, and it is the most technologically advanced place in the Five Islands, and also a historical seat of power, which makes it basically the island that rules them all. This song fucking slaps. So those are 4 of the 5 islands. Our story begins on the 5th of the 5 islands, the island of Bloodwood, which is it's very medieval knight inspired, but it's in the entire island is one giant redwood forest. If you know redwoods, they're the really, really thick trees that are like 100 foot in diameter type thing. And they have a culture that centers around chivalry, like being a knight, an honorable knight. But they also have a famous poison that was used in a past conflict, invented by one of the families of the Bloodwood Island, which has been used historically to defend their homeland. Culturally, it's sometimes considered to be deception and trickery, the work of cowards, but it works. So it's kind of like they are not respected, but they are necessary. So there's a sort of duality to Bloodwood in that regard. The chivalrous, honor-bound knights and the effective poison-based assassins. Now we get to the party members. You're able to hear me, right? I've been talking all this time. Yeah, okay. I can see the thing moving, so I know I'm audible. Now we get to the party members. There are 2 Bloodwood natives. We'll start with them because it's easier to explain. Cesaro Telio, who is a sort of custom race bat folk mixed with tiefling. He was, and again, this is where I remind, if you are a member of my actual party, stop watching this, because it's spoilers for other backstories. They probably would not appreciate me telling people this, but since it is on a stream where I'm telling strangers the story of their campaign, they probably don't care. Cesaro Telio, that's actually Justin's character. He believes in the knighthood. He comes from a knight family. He is the older of 2 siblings, but very few know that. Even he only mildly suspects it. He was taken as a baby by his uncle to be used in a ritual, which, in an attempt to make a pact with a demon. The result of which... What the fuck? You know what? You guys got that. I trust you. It was unsuccessful. Well, actually, debatably successful. They don't fully know, but the result of which was he was tainted by demonic influence, and that's how he got his tiefling horns. His family, sort of ashamed of this, basically began lying and saying his younger brother was the older one, so that they could position him as the one to take over the family legacy, ashamed of this demonic taint. And they sent Cesaro off to train under some paladins in hopes that the honorable holy paladins would instill in him a sense of virtue. This, however, did not take, and while Cesaro did learn much from them, it was not moral things. He is now an anti-paladin, pretending to be a regular paladin. Or I say pretending, but I don't think he's really pretending. I just think he just doesn't tell anyone. Like, he's not the type to hide or lie. In fact, being from that honorable side of the culture, he is inclined to dislike dishonesty. So he probably would tell you if you asked, but he just isn't doing that. Alright, I need to get that bear's attention so I can solo the bear. Because if I get jumped by like 5 things, it's not going to work out for me. The second character, Nesmin, Stoutfoot, I believe, is a descendant, and this is where the campaign gets interesting, because he is a descendant of the family who invented the poison that saved Bloodwood. Except the credit for it was stolen by a rival family, and now his family is sort of in a conflict with them. He similarly has an interesting relationship with a sibling, wherein his actually older sibling is the one that's kind of favored by the family, and Nesmin himself, who by the way is a gnome with mouse ears. So I have this custom house rule thing where I have hybrid races where they can choose 2 races and be sort of a mix between them. That's why that's why you're gonna hear a lot of weird character descriptions, because he's part mouse folk and part gnome. But anyway, it always bothered me that half elves and half orcs existed, but like there were only half human, half other thing races, and I was like, why don't we just have half everything? It's fine by me. So I made that custom rule myself. So yeah, Nesmin basically set out on his own to try and prove his worth to his family by creating an even more powerful poison to put his family back in the good graces of the nation, basically, and earn his right to the legacy. So very similar character motivations, but very opposite techniques and morals. Very interesting, those 2 characters. Our third sort of Bloodwood native, she would say she is, but it's a little more complicated than that. What the fuck? I don't like that. You know what? I don't like you. I'm just gonna keep summoning things until you die. Our third sort of Bloodwood native is named Vivian. She is an Earth Suli, an Oread, basically part elemental. As her story goes, her oh my god, that's so much poison. Do I have anything that counters that? I don't think I really do. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing this. It seems to be working, kind of. It's wearing him down faster than he's wearing me down, and that's what matters. I'm just gonna keep strafing as well to avoid the poison. Anyway, so Viv, as her story goes, there were once 2 genies. One of fire, an Ifrit, one of earth, an Oread, who made a bet about which could sire the more powerful heir. Both of them had children with mortal women, and both of them birthed daughters, Vivian and Seraphine. Mind you, the party does not know about Seraphine yet, so that's a huge spoiler, but I'm telling you guys about it. I'm not going to tell you the details about it, but I'll just continue to talk about Vivian. So Vivian uses earth magic. She travels with a group of traveling merchants of sorts, nomadic merchants, who travel to 5 islands peddling their wares. And she was revered as kind of a miracle of nature from them. Oh, I also mentioned both. I also forgot to mention both the mothers died, and they each was taken in by a pseudo found family of sorts. In her case, it's the merchants that she's traveling with. They see her as a sort of miracle of nature and revere her to some extent, but they also see that she has some interesting tendencies. Minor spoilers, but let's say manipulative tendencies. And they hope that her seeing the world will, big coin bars, hell yeah, will basically teach her some morals. So she goes out at the beginning of the quest, which we will get to once I finish explaining the characters. So she's originally from Bloodwood, but she's part of a nomadic merchant family, so debatable whether she's a local. Then we have two with noble ties. Let's start with Clarence. Clarence is a noble from Pink Rose who after an attempt on his life, he's got like blue hair and yellow skin, I think, or something like that. I don't remember if his hair is blue, but it's like a darker, brighter color. And yellow skin, because he's from a race that naturally has poisonous blood. It's complicated, but not important. It is a relevant part of the character, though, so I'm explaining it anyway. And Clarence, after an attempt on his life, believed he had awful luck. And to test whether it was awful luck, a family curse, or something else that just follows him everywhere, he left his home island of Pink Rose and left behind his family's name as a noble. Sorry, sidetracked again. Brain off again. I've been doing a lot of talking, is all. I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a second and then I'll continue. So Clarence takes up work as a courtesan, which, if you don't know, is a brothel member on the island of Bloodwood. Makes some connections through a close friend who is also in the business, a kitsune woman, and basically gets in with high society, where he meets another of similar ilk, one Zamiri, who is of Black Sand. Zamiri, going by the name Davros to hide his identity, was also a noble, the son of new money, let's say, within Black Sand, somebody who made their name for themselves. His father was killed mysteriously, and his mother, ever overprotective as a result, basically set up an arranged marriage to put him to basically broker some sense of peace between Black Sand and Bloodwood, who have some history of animosity. However, he is not a fan of this arranged marriage, and even the one he was arranged to be married to is respectful, but not interested either. So, as a sort of mutual agreement, Zamiri fled that arranged marriage and is basically hiding on Bloodwood from his family and their legacy. Very similar to Clarence. So we have two pairs of interestingly connected characters. What's next? Zamiri carries around the sword that killed his father, which was his father's own sword, actually, and is obsessed with dueling culture and this sort of honorable skilled way of the sword. He is actually a Suli. Interesting or an Ifrit, I believe. Interesting detail. Although he is not obviously part of that bet. It's notable that it gave Vivian a moment of pause when they first met. So he's got like he's got a very like tiefling and fire genie appearance with like bright yellow hair and like a goatee. Very cool guy, very cool character. I feel like I'm forgetting a detail, that's why I'm stalling. But I'm also fighting knights, so I'm only using my brain at half power. Yes, so he becomes a courtier, which is different from a courtesan. They are more of just servants, I would say, more or less, to nobility, more so than the courtesan, which is more explicit in nature. So similar backgrounds, similar paths in life, different islands. Clarence and Zamiri are fairly close. Please kill the motherfucker so I can be done with this. Yes. Uh-oh, I can't quick save right now. That means something's attacking me. I'm guessing it's that bear that's aggro to me. I'm gonna back up and try to de-aggro it so I can quick save, and then we'll go and fight the bear. Okay, there we go. That's all of our characters but one. The final character, who is sort of our little mascot figure, goes by shut the fuck up, Rave. What the fuck? Rave Mouse Score Board. That's a really stupid name. Anyway. Blake files a police. I'm gonna file a police report on this motherfucker who just showed up advertising viewers on my stream. Our final character, Fribbit Blackpaw, is a cat. Not exactly. He is a mix between a catfolk and a Gripply, which is a frog person. As a result, he looks very freaky. And he is a small catfolk who, with a weird leg structure, which basically makes him be able to pass as a regular cat from a distance, but up close he is freaky looking. Though he does wear clothes, so when he's wearing clothes, that kind of disrupts his ability to pretend to be a cat. He was an orphan that stowed away on a warship in Pink Rose. Geez, what is this awful music? This is awful. He was an orphan that stowed away on a warship in Pink Rose, and for a while basically made his way as basically living off of rats and such on the ship. Eventually, no, he basically got away with shit because they thought he was a cat. Eventually, they realized that this is an intelligent person pretending to be a cat, and more or less conscripted him into their service, using him for like stealth infiltration missions in fights against pirates, where he would get onto the pirate ships pretending to be a cat and then sabotage it in some way, like burning the ship or something, and escape back to his crew. He eventually left this life out of guilt that some of the pirates he killed were actually quite nice to him, and so he feels guilty about it. Left this life, and I actually need to figure out what I need. It's been so long since I played this, I don't remember what I was doing with my character. So bear with me a moment. That's kind of meh. Summon limit increased. That's kind of cool. I hate this music. Chat, this one sucks. I hate this one. That's pretty interesting because of what I'm doing. I am determined to skip this song. That's a little too complicated. That's a little too big brain for me. This is okay, but I feel like there might be better options. Increased by 10% of your max mana. That's kind of cool. Every consecutive hit increases critical hit chance. That's pretty cool. Critical hits have 20% chance to fully restore your stamina. That's pretty cool too, actually. Getting your stamina back makes you makes you able to keep going. Those two that I just read actually pair well with each other. Okay, I think we're going with this one here. It's definitely the most interesting. Now we need to figure out what my build was because I don't remember. We were upping something for our gear. Endurance, I think, is what we needed. Yeah, these kids suck. Anyway, yeah, I think that is what I was going to do. So let's do that real quick. Endurance. And I'm actually only one off from what I needed. So I think that actually makes all of my essential stats what they need to be now, which is cool. Might as well cook. I mildly dislike that you can't use the single press craft many if you don't have the option to, because it just creates a mildly annoying situation where I have to hold and I don't know I have to hold until I get there. But anyway, we should probably rest until daytime because it's a little fucky out. Yes, so that about sums up our player characters. Now I can get to explaining, and our world. So that's actually quite a bit of stuff I had to explain there. Now I can get to explaining how the session went. The party is called together by... Actually, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to use the bathroom. Then I'll continue telling the story.
Hello, audience. Thanks for joining us.
Hope you're enjoying the stream. What is it we're playing? That? I'd like to take this moment during the break to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. To make sure you get notified, remember to ring the little bell icon as well. You should also join our Discord server. There you can be notified of when we stream or host other viewer interaction events. You can play Dark Souls with us, and even join our Minecraft realm. But most importantly, we need your help. With the amount of streams we do, and all of us having full-time jobs now, editing the best ofs is not exactly feasible anymore. So if you see anything particularly funny, comment the timecode down below, and we'll make sure to include it. Thanks. Now we can get back to that.
Let's get this luggage moving.
When we walk in anywhere for a dance competition, we're like the glammed up Beverly Hillbillies. I mean, we've got dream duffels and rolling makeup cases and light up makeup mirrors.
Don't just stand there. Let's go, ladies. Go. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. She has 2 pieces of luggage, Abby. She brings it, she carries it. Now remember, the competition starts right now when you walk into this building. Do you understand me? Let's go.
Every time the Abby Lee Dance Company walks into a competition, they're representing a legacy. Kids who've danced before them that were amazing, and so much is at stake because we don't want to be the ones who lose.
Abby Lee Miller, I need to check in. Shh, ladies. Library voices. Okay, listen to me. I don't want any flip-flops. I don't want booty shorts walking through here. You make sure you're covered and dressed appropriately. Do you understand?
And then Abby starts with her rules. Girls.
I get your room numbers written down.
And she doesn't place at all. Abby's gonna be like, Hannah. She's gonna be thumbing her nose at me.
And in first place, entry number 29, Love Anyone You Want To.
Fear wins. I am speechless. Gianna was happy. I was happy. He as manager is going to be excited about it. And Abby's eating popcorn.
This is so good. It's better than movie theater. It's so good.
All right, an advanced teen group.
I hope that all the moms coming together as one today isn't the only positive thing we're gonna see. This week has been a mess, and I'm not sure how the girls are gonna overcome it.
In third place,
Jeez, guys, what the hell am I hearing?
entry number
Like multiple things at once. Alright, I forgot what I was doing. Just trying to progress through the area, I believe. Ow. Oh, that's a weird stump. That's why I'm dying. You know what? Get me out of here. Get me the hell out of here. I need to summon my summons. That's one of my biggest problems. Get him. Oops. Get him. Hey, listen to me. I'm your master. Get him. There we go. The only problem is now that they're fighting the stump and the fucking eye creature, there's no way they're winning that fight without me standing here for a very long time. But you know what, chat? That actually gives me time to continue talking about my story, and specifically session 1. So, the story begins. I know I've said that several times now, but this is the actual beginning of the story. The story begins in the capital city of Ruskaware of the island Bloodwood. The king has put out a summons to all able-bodied individuals. Any mercenary looking for work is called to go to the king's court and find out whatever this mysterious job is. They all arrive there, and it is filled to the brim with, the king's court is filled to the brim with mercenaries, local guards, guards from across the island, King's Guard. There's a lot of dudes here, right? They meet up with one other notable individual, a strange fox-like guy, wearing a long sort of, he's kind of like a kitsune, but not a kitsune. Complicated. How do I cancel this? Hang on, I screwed up. There we go. Oh, of course, now they kill the guy, and I would have been fine to summon something. Kind of looks like a kitsune, but like a little wrong, right? He's got white fur and like glowing yellow eyes, and this sort of like he's wearing a long trench coat. Not like a dark trench coat, but like a light one, like a light tan, like off-white, almost white color. He has underneath it a sort of pinstriped suit, like three-piece suit. Like the vest and the pants and the coat. Actually, I guess he doesn't really have he doesn't have like 2 layers of coat. It's just the coat from the, I didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't matter. Just he's got the trench coat instead, but you get the idea. Picture pinstripe suit, trench coat over it. Is that guy dead? Did that actually work? Is it over already? That's crazy. We won. That was way quicker than I was expecting. I thought I was gonna have more time to tell my story. And this thing died too. Nice, good job, summons. Marrowgast eye and shit. These things sound important, so I'm gonna pick them up. Yes, so this weird individual, white fox, no hair, like he has fur, but no hair on the top of his head. Pinstripe suit, sort of dark blue and white pinstripes. Off-white trench coat, looking pristine, clean, nice. creased, properly folded, very, very professional looking. Very intentionally put together. However, he has a long red scarf around his neck, the edges of which are frayed and torn a bit, contrasting this sort of pristine aesthetic he's got, right? And at his side, a strange weapon, an advanced firearm, a fancy-looking revolver of sorts. Now, in the world of the Five Islands, guns are pretty rare, mostly held only by, not unheard of in other places, but mostly held only by the Kingsguard of the Iron Castle. Specifically, the Iron Castle guards use muskets. So it's very weird for anyone else to have a gun, especially a gun that is actually more advanced than something like that. So this is a very, very strange sight they see. His name is Kitsurugi, a fact they will not learn about until later, but I'm going to say it now for simplicity, because it's not really like a spoiler or anything. The party sort of meets up and learns about each other to some extent, and then the king finally comes in after all of the information on all the people in the court there has been collected. Basically, finding out like, their names, where are they from, taking record of what they do, all these volunteers. The king enters and declares what this quest is actually about, which is that the rumors are true. His son, Prince Adric of Arendor, has been kidnapped. The kidnappers did not leave a ransom note. However, there were suspicious individuals spotted headed north, so they believe him to be headed north. With little else to go on, the king, in a desperate bid to save his beloved son, basically put out this notice to all people to form search parties. And the plan is they're going to divide the volunteers up into groups of 8, so that they are can convincingly pass as a band of unrelated mercenaries or adventurers, and not raise suspicion that the son is being looked for. Transport them around the country, and have them all basically as part of a search party, looking for the son. So they get divided up into their group. The players and Kitsurugi end up being in the group together. And their group and one other, which consists primarily of King's Guards and local guards, as well as one gruff, older-looking individual, basically get put together in a merchant caravan that is headed north, sort of under the guise of a merchant caravan, I should say, as the actual purpose is to transport these the search party without raising suspicion. Along the travel, they have some character moments. They learn about each other a little bit. There was an incident where Nesbin, attempting to make some poison, accidentally created an alchemical explosion and raised suspicion amongst the party, and Chesero, some derision from Chesero. Vivian began questioning the other people in their carriage with them. The gruff-looking knight admitted, after some bonding moments with Vivian, admitted to Vivian that he was the prince's sort of fighting trainer and ward. The prince was his ward, I believe, is the terminology. He was supposed to be protecting the prince, and he blames himself for the kidnapping. He also reveals that because of his closeness to the prince, he has the most information on where the kidnappers might have taken him, and suspects that the area that these two groups, his own and the parties, are headed is the most likely spot that the prince may be. So, with this in mind, oh, his name is Garrick. I didn't mention that. I think it was Garrick. I'd have to check my notes, but I'm pretty sure it's Garrick. We're gonna call him Garrick until further notice. So the group heads up north. The main party, the party of player characters, gets dropped off at an earlier town, while the other party continues a little bit further north to a nearby town. So therefore splitting them up. The player characters, along with Kitsurugi, are now in this town investigating what's going on, right? They're looking around for suspicious individuals, any sign that they might be able to find who took the prince or where they're taking him, right? So the townsfolk, after asking around for a while, reveal to Chesaro that there are some suspicious individuals passing through town, actually, who seem to have set up shop in an abandoned guild building just at the outskirts of town. They didn't really communicate with anybody, so the townsfolk were like, those guys are kind of weird, right? But they didn't really do anything about it because it's a small town. In gathering this information, they also attracted the attention of one of the kidnappers' scouts, who, upon hearing that they were looking for the prince, attempted to kill them to remove the threat. However, they underestimated the party and were quickly overwhelmed, knocked out, and taken prisoner. Very nearly died outright, actually, but they did manage to survive and get taken prisoner instead. They interrogated this individual. She was a tiefling, using poison at darts, and I believe she had a long sword, but I could be mistaken on that one. A blade of sorts. They interrogated her. She gave them basically no information, to be honest. She was very stubborn, but they already had what they needed, which was to look at the abandoned guild building on the outskirts of town. So they turned the scout over to the local constabulary and went to go investigate the guild building. Now, they did not realize this immediately. By the way, this brings us into Session 2. This is where Session 2 started. They did not realize this immediately, but as they approached the guild building, there were archers on the roof, hiding sort of behind the slope of the roof, who immediately clocked them and began watching them, though weren't acting yet because it's probably best not to raise additional suspicion by jumping travelers if they're merely passing through, so they just watched the party. The party sort of partially splits up. Nesmin goes invisible and begins to move around the backside of the compound, along with Fribbit, who poses as a cat, simply wandering through the woods and attempts to approach the back end as well. Kitsurugi loops around, ever the, what do you call it? Lone wolf of sorts. Loops around the other side of the house, looking for entrance points and information, stealthily moving through the trees. He doesn't find anything of interest and eventually meets back up with the same group that went around behind the other way. The three of them sort of start to sneak in. Fribbit gets basically shooed away by the guard, by one of the guards, who Nesmin then walks up behind and backstabs, trying to kill him. He does not die, however, and instead raises an alarm, which causes Nesmin to get jumped by like 5 dudes at once, as well as 2 archers on the roof. So Nesmin's in a really bad situation. Fribbit is doing his best to like draw aggro and keep them off him and keep them alive. I'm glad you're fascinated. This campaign has gone very well, and I'm excited to talk about it. Fribbit basically does his best to keep them off him. He uses like burning hands and stuff, because, spoiler alert, Fribbit's a sorcerer. He uses like fire magic and stuff to hit them like in an area of effect, because there's a bunch of enemies. Draws their attention, ends up getting knocked out. But around the same time, Nesmin is finishing off some of them, and Kitsurugi is doing like crazy ninja flips and shooting the shit out of them and taking them down as well. He has got like dead-eye aim, but it doesn't do much damage. But in the end, eventually Nesmin and Kitsurugi finish those off. Now, meanwhile, the front party hears the commotion going on in the back area, starts trying to break into the front door. At least they would. But as they approach the front door, there is an enemy actually coming out of it at that exact moment, which causes them to get in this big fight in the entryway of the building, where the enemies are all basically funneling into this entry hall, where they're getting picked off by the giant greatsword wielding Chesero, who deals devastating damage, mind you. He is wrecking them. Meanwhile, Zamiri, under the name Davros, which I continually forgot. Long story, we'll come back to it. Zamiri climbs in one of the upper windows and begins moving through, taking out the archers on the upper floors. Ends up soloing like 6 of them, and through some really lucky rolls and a swashbuckler being a pretty broken class, ends up actually holding his own against waves of them, which was pretty nuts. Clarence attempted to slip in the front door, where Chesero was fighting at, and ended up getting cornered in the entrance hall and knocked down. Very bad situation. There was an archer on the stairs and waves of fighters coming in through one of the side doors, cornering Clarence there. Nobody could really do much. Vivian keeps but using her positive energy pulse things to basically keep Clarence from dying, but Clarence keeps getting knocked down and then waking up as he gets healed, so kind of stuck in a terrifying loop of being on death's door. Ends up like just gives up on getting up and ends up just like on the ground biting these guys' ankles to distract them while Chesero like cleaves them in half. Nesmond eventually, or Kitsurugi, after finishing off the ones in the back, eventually drags Fribbit off to safety, while Nesmond runs through the building to support the front group, and ends up pincering the guards at the front. They successfully win that fight. Kitsurugi leaps in through one of the upper windows, sort of parkouring in, just in time as Zamiri is face to face with their leader, who has his sword to the throat, or her sword, it was a woman leader, her sword to the throat of the prince. I am dying, what the fuck? These guys are tough. Let's kill these wolves so that I have less problems to deal with. Oh my god. That was so much damage. Okay, less problems to deal with. Let's go kill those guys. So yeah, Zamiri is face to face with the enemy leader who has their throat to the prince's, or their sword to the prince's throat. God damn, these dryads are tough. This is not good. This is not good for me. Oh my god, there's 3 fucking wolves. That is not cool. I think I forgot to quick save too. So anyway, yes, let me finish my story because the complicated combat part is almost done, and after which it will be much simpler to continue playing the game. So the leader's got her sword to the throat of the prince, who they're here to save. Zamiri is trying to negotiate with them. Basically, they're like, if you come in here, I'm going to kill the prince. I know you don't want that. And he's like, you won't kill the prince, then your only bargaining chip will be gone. And the leader is like, if you're gonna come in here and kill me anyway, I'm gonna make sure this prince dies. So Zamiri's like, fine, all right, I'll let you leave the room. He starts to back out. At that time, he hears Kitsurugi break in the upper window, and as soon as the enemy leader steps out into the hallway, Kitsurugi like levels the gun, flares yellow, and Deadshot shoots the leader right through the head, basically rescuing the prince, but also spattering him in blood in the process. Very cool moment. So really cool. That's how the fight ended. They end up gathering outside. Nesmin and Clarence loot some of the bodies. I think Clarence was the one looting the bodies. Nesmin and Clarence, I think, yeah. Chesero ends up actually kind of like pulling the bodies out and like lining them up, like cleaning the area up a little bit after they've been looted. Doesn't find anything additional, though he had hoped to. Vivian begins like talking to the prince. Vivian and Zamiri are talking to the prince about I hate these dryads. I hate them. That's not what they're talking about. It's just the truth. All right, I need to pause for a second. I'm stuck here. So anyway, the prince is very much like took you long enough kind of thing. He's this 14-year-old, short, blonde, white prince. Arrogant, obnoxious. In the player's words, and I think it's the most accurate description possible, he's a little shit. He basically talked, he at one point is like, oh, where's my pocket watch? One of those brutes took my pocket watch. And they end up giving him back his pocket watch, which one of them found, which was worth more than the entire gold they got from the entire area. A fact that one of them was able to appraise, and yet they gave him the pocket watch anyway. Probably for the best. He complains about the quality of... He complains about the blood on his clothes, says he needs new clothes, they buy him new clothes, he complains about the quality of the clothes. You know, he's that sort of guy. By the way, we're now in session 3. That combat was entirely in the entirety of session 2. So yeah, the prince is a little shit. They're traveling back with him, keeping him sort of disguised as a commoner by having him wear kind of shitty clothes. He's not happy about this, but he understands they're right about it. Long story short, this was the entire last session last night. It was an excellent session, but it's also a lot to explain, where very little action happens. They're walking the prince back, and along the way they're running into various minor nuisances. Oh my god, I just got jumped by wolves. They pass a town where there's a building on fire and choose to ignore it, to move on, sort of not their problem. The prince says as much, basically says, it's not our problem to deal with, or whatever, as they're passing, so they pass straight through. Continuing on, there's like a thunderstorm. Most of the way into their journey, Chesero passes the prince a longsword and basically says like, basically is trying to get him to learn to fight. He's like, show me how you can fight and whatnot. He's like, do you have any sword training? And the prince is like, well, yeah, like formal sword training. So he tries to duel the prince to sort of like see how formidable he is and sort of like maybe train him to protect himself a little bit along the way. The prince loses handily because he tries to block a greatsword because he's used to fencing where like parrying is a huge thing. So he tries to block a greatsword foolishly because he doesn't have real world experience and ends up almost getting hit, and then basically throws his weapon down in shame and is like, I'm not doing this. And Chesero is basically like, I want you to try to hit me. And he's like, I'm not playing your stupid game. You work for me, not the other way around. And he fucking like, so he storms off. Chesero gets everybody, or at least most of the crew, to agree to deny the prince food until he fights back, which is interesting. These guys are just gonna keep kicking my ass until my story is done. And then I'm probably gonna sneak past them because this is too much. These wolves are too much for me. So yeah, Chesero is denying the prince food. The prince is stubborn enough to be like, fine, whatever, but my father's going to hear of this when we get back, basically, right? Like, my father won't be happy about this. You want your reward, don't you? That sort of thing. One night, Clarence, while up on a watch, catches Kitsurugi with his coat sort of pulled down, and there's these crystals like growing up through the cracks, through these yellow glowing cracks in his skin, and he's trimming them off with like a small version of like gardening shears. He's bleeding, he's hurting, but he's trimming them off. Doesn't comment on this, does not question him about it, but they did learn that information. Moving on, one of the nights, about a day and a half, the prince has gone without food at this point. They're only like 3 days out from town, maybe like 2.5 days actually. So the prince is stubborn enough to be like, I'm just gonna wait, rather than giving him what he wants. Vivian, ever the sort of sycophantic manipulator, wants to get in the prince's good graces, so she tries to sneak him food. She gets caught. The player rolled a nat 1 on stealth to do this. Chesero, who is nearby, wakes up to see her trying to give him food and slaps the food out of the prince's hand, which causes the prince to stand up in a huff and basically yell at him and then storm out of the carriage. Standing sort of over by the woods, Chesero sort of walks out and follows him, and the prince is not happy with all of this, as you can imagine. This sucks. Maybe I should just send the summons in like I was doing before. That's probably the best approach, honestly. I'm gonna try that next. Anyway, so Chesero throws the sword down in front of him yet again and does the pick it up, you know? Very cool moment. The prince looks down at the sword, looks up at Chesero, and says, "You really want me to hurt you that badly?" Chesero, kind of like being stubborn towards the prince, is still pissing the prince off. He finally gets pissed off, picks up the sword, charges at him, tries to stab Chesero. He's trying to hurt him in this case. He's like, he's not attacking him because that's what Chesero wants. He's attacking him because he legitimately wants to hurt him. Manages to draw just a tiny bit of blood. But Chesero shrugs it off, basically. Like, this is why you need to train better and whatnot. Drops his greatsword and, with his gauntleted fist, decks the prince across the face. The prince falls back, sort of like clutching his face in shock, and then sort of like gets up and wanders off. Chesero goes to give him his hand to help him up, and the prince slaps the hands away, steps up, goes back to the carriage, where Vivian does eventually give him food, and the rest of the journey goes without event until they reach the capital. Uh-oh, I've been noticed. So they do reach the capital, they get the prince back to the king. The king immediately embraces him in a warm hug, being like, "Thank you so much for saving my son." The prince whispers something to the king. The king gives a quick side glance to Chesero, and then tells the prince to basically go back to his chambers, and he'll speak with him soon. Meanwhile, the prince clearly told the king what happened with Chesero punching him. The king basically stands up and he basically says, "I'm sorry. I know my son can be a real handful. Thank you for saving him. Here's your reward." Gives them a fuck ton of money. What the fuck just damaged me? Oh, fireball. Oh, you motherfucker. Fireball. Anyway, so they give him a fuck ton of money, and basically says, "I'm offering you to be like unofficial hand of the king. I'll give you a written document that'll let you like get away with things that you normally wouldn't, and you'll help me out on missions in the future." Kitsurugi immediately turns and leaves, does not give a shit, just exits. Zamiri stops. I forgot to mention earlier, but Zamiri made a comment to him while they were on the road about how guns are an inelegant weapon. So then after he saw Kitsurugi headshot the enemy leader, back here, as Kitsurugi's leaving, Zamiri stops him and basically says, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Guns do take skill, and you're pretty impressive. And Kitsurugi sort of, like, he's a very stoic, grumpy-looking guy all the time. Doesn't speak a lot. Doesn't help with things unless they absolutely require his assistance. Kind of an asshole to some extent. but a much more respectable asshole than the prince. So Kitsurugi sort of like looks at him. Zamiri has extended his hand and said this about how he was wrong, that guns are a skilled weapon. And Kitsurugi says, "You're quite skilled with the sword yourself," and then shakes his hand and walks off, leaves the scene. So yeah, the king gives them all papers basically saying they are the hand of the king to some extent, giving them sort of the right to get away with some minor things. And says he'll call them back when he needs them next. They then have a bunch of downtime. I didn't mention this, but they had to buy a cart to bring the prince back. So Clarence and Zamiri work together to build a stable to keep their horse and cart safe. The others sort of work on their personal projects with Nesmin researching the legendary bloodwood poison and trying to get a sample of it, realizing that it's kind of a controlled substance down here, so he'll have to go up north to get it. And he doesn't really have time to do that right now. But spoiler alert, the next quest is going to bring them up north again anyway, so that'll be the perfect time for him to get it. But we'll get there when we get there. That hasn't happened yet. Fribbit bought a tent and some fishing supplies and started sort of fishing for food and to make his own way out here in the wilderness on his own. I don't think I got details from what Vivian is going to do because she went to bed. Well, the session ended at like midnight, so some of them really wanted to go to bed, and I don't blame them. So I didn't get details on what Vivian is doing with her downtime yet. What did Chesero give me? I don't remember. Maybe Chesero was the other one. There was two people I didn't get details from. It might have been Chesero. Yeah, it has to have been Chesero because I got details from Zamiri, Clarence, who were working together, Fribbit, who was doing his own thing, and Nesmin, who was looking into the poison. So yeah, it must have been Chesero, who's the other one who didn't give me any information. So that brings you up to date with where the campaign. I can't speak. Jeez. Brings you up to date with where the campaign is now. I think it's going really well so far. The Prince and Kitsurugi were two very important, pivotal NPCs that needed to go as planned for the story to work out, and they absolutely did. I love how it's going. Zamiri offered to train the prince during his downtime, and the king basically respectfully said, "I'll ask him if he'd like that, but I have a strong feeling he'll say no." And then Zamiri's player later asked me, basically said, "Did I hear anything from the king?" And I said, "You do not hear back." So, I mean, the prince doesn't like them. So this is the situation they find themselves in. Anyway, yeah, I think it's going really well so far. It was very essential that both the prince and Kitsurugi worked as planned, and they have a begrudging respect for Kitsurugi that I'm thrilled, because I wasn't entirely sure if that was going to happen, but they did. That was awesome. And they hate the prince, but were trying to genuinely help him, which is also a good sign for what I have planned. I am thrilled about this campaign. It was like, the last session we did was like Critical Role level quality role playing. I wish I could show it to you guys, but these are players that are outside of my usual friend group. At least half of them are. So I'm not gonna ask them if I can stream sessions. I'm just gonna leave that alone. You know what I mean? Summons are... You know what? I'm getting a taste of my own medicine here right now. I was just about to say summons are so fucking annoying, but I'm using them too. I'm literally just getting a taste of my own medicine here. Because they can just keep summoning things just like I can. And I can keep killing them, but not making any progress. So, yeah. I guess, touche. I heard that you were invested in the story I was telling chat. I would love to hear if you have any opinions about the story or characters as of yet, based on what you've heard. Because honestly, any feedback about this story is welcome, because I'm just super excited about this plot. And I'm going to keep you guys updated as I continue to run it, but yeah, it's a hell of a game. Stop jumping me! This is gonna go on for literally forever. I can probably just wear these Spriggans down over time. The trick is I have to stay alive. Right?
Let's get this luggage.
I can handle the
We'll be walking
wolves.
anywhere for
If I can
dance
get this,
competition.
if I can
We're
get
like
the
glammed up
my
Beverly
summons
Hills
to
Boys.
kill the
we've got
Spriggans,
green duffels and
just
rolling
gradually over
makeup
time to
cases
just
and
keep
light up
on
makeup
them,
mirrors.
then I can probably do this like that, honestly.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No. She has 2 pieces of luggage, Abby. She brings it, she carries it. Now remember, the competition starts right now when you walk into this building. Do you understand me? Let's go.
Every time that Abby Lee Dance Company walks into a competition, they're representing a legacy. Kids who've danced before them that were amazing, and so much is at stake because we don't want to be the ones who lose.
Abby Lee Miller, I need to check in. Shh, ladies.
Because the wolves really are not that tough, but the Spriggans, deal me insane damage with fireballs, which is kind of
Make sure
annoying.
you're covered and dressed appropriately. Do you understand?
And then Abby
And the
starts
wolves stop me
with
from
her rules.
being able to focus on the Spriggans because there's just so many of them. It really is. I'm just fighting my own shit right now. God damn it, dude. Stop! Stop fireballing me! I think one of them is just summoning the wolves and the other one is just fireballing me so I can't summon mine quickly enough. Damn. That sucks, dude. Blake and his friends are like the glammed up Beverly Hillbillies. The game crashed again. This is going to be a problem if it keeps happening. Maybe we'll have to make this a short stream today, chat. I finished my story, which was the biggest thing I wanted to get done today. I want to play this game, but I don't know how well that's going right now. Can we watch Dance Bombs? Chat, you can put some Dance Bombs in the corner. We'll watch Dance Bombs together. I'm gonna keep trying to bash my head against this, but we could use some Subway Surfers.
Let's get this luggage moving.
When we walk in anywhere for a dance competition, we're like the glammed up Beverly
get 'em?
Hillbillies. I mean, we've got dream duffels and rolling makeup cases and light up makeup mirrors.
Let's go,
Ow.
ladies. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. She has 2 pieces of luggage, Abby. She brings it, she carries it. Now remember.
Ah, fuck it, I'm losing this by a long shot right now.
When you walk into this building. Do you understand me? Let's go.
Every time that Abby Lee Dance Company walks
Okay,
into
there
a
aren't any wolves
competition,
summoned right
they're
now. I'm jumping them.
representing a
Oh, and they
legacy
summoned
of
wolves.
kids who've danced before them that were amazing.
The problem is the
and so much
dryads have so
stake
much
because we
goddamn
don't wanna be
health,
the
dude.
ones
It's crazy. It is a crazy amount of health.
I need to check in. Shh, ladies.
It's a crazy amount of health.
Library voices.
If there's anything you know about
I don't
me
want any.
and my approach to these
I don't want
games is that I
booty
hate
shorts
bullet
walking through here to
sponges,
make
dude.
sure you're covered and dressed appropriately. Do you understand?
I heard that line you were talking about, chat, with the glammed up whatever. I heard it. Leave me alone. Why did that go slow-mo? I just got a sick-ass kill on a wolf, apparently. One of 5,000 summoned wolves, and I got a cinematic kill on him. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Run! Let's just go hide over here. We are being followed. I am leading a train of fucking wolves and creatures. Forgot you have to press it multiple times. Well, the wolves seem satisfied to have killed my creatures and are now leaving, thankfully. And luckily, my summons are not like pawns in Dragon's Dogma, so I don't have to worry about protecting them. How's it going, buddy? You made it out of that fight. The one and only. Oh, dig. Something to dig for here? Silver torque. I don't know what that is, but let's find out, I guess. What's a silver torque? Increases stamina regeneration. Oh, this is garbage. This is a literal fucking garbage. Cool. You love to see it. Alright, let's see what we're doing. Let's look at the map. We're actually quite close to our quest, which is right here. For whatever reason is no longer marked. Let's quick save that I marked that. And then we'll head over there. We did definitely move into a higher level area than I was ready for. We'll see how well this goes. Let's go get that bear. I definitely did 1,000 damage, right? I can definitely stun the bear. No, I still can't stun the bear. Damn. Alright, well, let's just jump the bear then. See, I'm at least pretty good at taking out bears now because of my status effect build. I quite like this summon build. It's very cool. Alright. We ignored the Spriggans or whatever they're called, Dryads. We're gonna go see what this guy has to say. Finally made it to this guy. What does he gotta say? What do you mean, what do I require? You asked me to come here!
Good. Very good. I assume you've decided to climb further into the Gil's ranks. Are you ready for your next adventure?
Sure.
The Guild never stopped operating. We chose to work in the shadows.
What in God's name am I hearing?
There's an on-ramp close. I know it. I can feel it.
I hate it. shouldn't the bug be like a plane or something? Wouldn't that make more sense?
It's unrelated to your task, but since you're curious, this is the statue of the Morning Harvest, built in the memory of the twin sisters from the Port of Saga, the former ruler of Karak and its lands. Legend has it that one sister killed the other out of jealousy for her talent. They also say that if they camp here at night, they might hear the wailing of the betrayed sister.
But with the weirdness so thick, who camp here at night? The inn in Connacht is far more welcoming.
That's all I know. If you ever come across the remnants of the royal geographers...
Blake doesn't want what? Flip-flops and booty shorts in this chat?
Our guild was the Thoid tribe is the only one that doesn't fear magic. The guild saw my potential and invited me into its ranks.
She has a right to do the dance.
It doesn't matter what he thinks. He has his...
Why do you want to listen to arguing people so bad, chat?
History is unfolding.
This isn't music.
The guild intends to secure a place in the front row. It doesn't matter who rules the south. The fate of all Avalons. People wish to kill each other in the meantime. The guild won't stand in their way. I'd like you to find Kaylee and bring me his research. He's a former guild member and a cruel man. He took to life as a form of energy. It's made it potentially dangerous. We expelled him and cut him off from our resources. But as you might guess, didn't stand up for long.
Someone who has never danced here. Take both of my kids.
The owls are hooting that was holed up in some hut of the swamps. Knowing that lunatic,
Okay. So I gotta find some mysterious fucker out here in the swamp. Oh no, that's the world to win. Over my dead bodies. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. I meant to track that quest. Oh, I'm in third person now. How do I stop being in third person? I don't remember. You're eating my face? What in God's name? What the hell are they talking about, chat? Hey man, what's up? What are you doing?
Oh, what do you think you're doing here? This is my spot. I got here before dawn, so you better get lost, you miscreant.
What are you gonna do about it?
And pushing me into the thing, so I pulled her hair.
I don't need to explain anything, but you better explain why you're trying to steal my mushrooms.
Well, they're not your mushrooms.
Move along. Remember, I've got my eye on you. If you start snooping around the grass here, you'll get a taste of my knife.
Whatever you say, bitch.
She doesn't deserve you guys. Because you have been loyal to her since you were 2.
There's a damn competition going on, and it's underneath the stage. I had to take like a freight elevator. It's in the dressing room.
You need to leave now. We'll get the rest of your stuff. You need to leave now. Trust me. Now. Get your girls. You need to go now. You gotta go now.
They're trying to remove her from the premises and getting her stuff.
So chat, tell me, who's the worst character on Dance Moms? Like, just the most awful person? Is it the person running the studio, or is it like one of the moms who's really bad? Who's just the most awful human being you have to deal with on the show? Abby? That answer was instant. I didn't even finish my question. I don't know how you guys responded so quickly. There's literally delay. You have to have responded before I asked the question. Why is that, chat? What does Abby do? Oops. What the fuck? But what do you mean pathetic? Your creatures ran away from me. What am I supposed to do about that? You good, bro? You fucking good? Holy shit. Alright, well, I'm staying away from you. You're a weirdo. You got some shit going on, man. I don't like it. What the fuck is that? That, motherfucking samurai just showed up and kicked my ass. Like, what the hell? Well, it's definitely sleep time, I think. Oh, we've got level up points, too. Sick. What do we put them into, chat? Some of the critical hit build stuff was kind of cool. This, in combination with this, actually sounds really good. I'm gonna do this. What does this do? Critical damage, eh. I like this because repeated attacks increase the chance of crit. Then I can proc this more, which will give me more stamina. And more stamina means I can keep doing repeated attacks. That's cool as hell, right? That's some good combo shit. That's a good combo right there. Back, confirm. Yeah. And attributes. What do we actually need for attributes? I don't actually know. Hang on. I think all the things we're using right now, I think we have the stats for. So, like, I guess we just up something that has, like, a scaling of some kind. Sting is cool. I like Sting. We're gonna be sticking with Sting for a while, I feel like. All of our armor we're good on. We just needed the endurance to wear this. Maybe getting our weight class down would be nice. I believe... Oh yeah, then we could take the encumbrance ring off. Let's try this. Let's switch this ring, right? To whichever one of these is better. 10 or 5. Or this is like a percentage. I believe this is technically better right now. See, now we're overloaded. Now, in order to get better and weight, carry weight, I think that's endurance, right? So we probably want endurance so that we can keep doing this. Max health, always good. Encumbrance limit, that's kind of what we're looking for. Stamina regeneration, always good. There's not really too much downside to this. This would be better for our damage. That's alright. Oh, and the armor weight multiplier, so that might actually help the encumbrance limit thing. So what the question is, which is better? Strength or endurance? This is attack speed, range damage, noise visibility. Spell power, max mana regeneration. I think what we do is endurance for now. Oh wait, we can actually check this out. Hang on a second. Armor weight multiplier, 92%. That's a fairly small difference. This increases the encumbrance limit by 10 from 170 to 180. So that's more than a 5% difference. So this is the more efficient use of it. Now what we do is, it's probably wishful thinking, but we check to see if our encumbrance is better. It is actually. We're back at heavy. Cool. That's very cool. So,
I mean, the guy wants to kill himself. He's thinking, where did I pick a short stick to end up with this rock?
yeah, I think we're good then. Very cool. What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't ask for this. I was at the camp. I was at the camp. What are you doing to me? He has decided I'm dead now. And I did not have a say in the matter. Well, this time, we're gonna do this quickly. We're gonna immediately level up our same shit. And same shit here as well. Then we're going to immediately rest so that we can deal with that bullshit that just occurred. There we go. Alright, now we don't have to deal with that. Let's also save. Okay, let's see where we're walking to. To as slow as possible. I don't like that, chat. I don't want to do it as slow as possible. Okay, where are we going? We gotta go back through this canyon. That's where the stupid Spriggans or Dryads or whatever they are. We're going to this building. Okay. So this is gonna be a bitch. We're gonna have to pass through the bullshit again. We could probably get past him. Actually, this would be a good time for sneaking. A mechanic I don't often utilize. Well. Look, I'm going to be realistic. What's going to happen here is I'm going to get found out halfway through, and then I'm going to bolt the rest of the distance. Let's not pretend like I'm going to actually sneak through this, right? Why are the wolves suddenly dealing a lot of damage? Before they were kind of dealing ass damage. What the fuck happened? Ugh, I thought that someone would distract them for longer. There's so many wolves. How many goddamn wolves did you summon? Holy crap. Ooh. Ooh. How many goddamn wolves do you need? Let's remember to summon shit this time. Get me out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Attack my summons, idiots. Not me. All my homies hate wolves. Get me in here. Oh, that was miserable. Do you remember your solo costume? I don't know what you're talking about. I assume this is a Dance Mom's quote.
Your kids have hard numbers. They need a focus, so let me work on the numbers. Okay?
You good, bro? You good? Everybody's fucked up in basements around here, dude. They're all turned into some creature in a basement. What's going on in the roots back there? You see that movement? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like what I'm seeing over there.
It's hard to keep track of time. The one with the cloud. We're connected somehow. I can feel its roots digging into the damp soil. Like
I'm done with everything. Here. Thank you. All right, there you go. Thanks.
It feels big and strong. Although I don't think you ever see sunlight either. I'm Eve. I used to beg on the streets of Connecticut.
The big thing for Lily this week is that she's going to do a solo with a 16-year-old. Abby basically told Lily that it's a dance that Kalani could go to competition with when she wins.
This is a big girl dance. When I have doing contemporary, then Mr. Kalani's doing contemporary, I can't have you do contemporary. But now that they're not here,
It really is. He offered me a job, said I could stay at his house. At first I didn't agree. I've had plenty of men offer me jobs, and I wanted no part of that. But he said all he needed was a housekeeper, since he belonged to some important guild and didn't have time to clean up for himself. So I said yes. He gave me a hot meal, a warm drink, and everything went up. I remember before. No. When I woke up, I was this. He took some things. It didn't hurt, but it felt strange. Like they were mine, but not mine. Then he waited for the branches to bear fruit. When they finally did, the fruit looked like it was born dead. After that, I hardly saw him.
Blake, talk like the Dance Moms characters. I don't know how to do that. They're kind of just like, don't you know, I do all of this stuff for you, and all you have to do is dance and be a star and be on TV and be exploited for money. You know what I mean? You don't want to dance? You should have thought about that before you were born. That's my best impersonation of the Dance Moms. Blake, eat the Dance Moms. I'm not interested in eating the Dance Moms. Though I would not be upset if they mysteriously went missing. What song should I sing at karaoke tonight, chat?
That I'm good.
I'd imagine his research was probably in this room somewhere. Ugh. Freaky. Graft live plant tissue directly onto the subject's arm. Surgical graft performed, treated with weird stone solutions to enhance spark conductivity. Plant tissue initially bonded, showing signs of vascular integration. Within 12 hours, graft decayed and subject entered a catatonic state. Plant tissue spark dims when introduced to a human host. Subject recovery unlikely, seeking a new specimen. Okay. The foreboding essence radiates unparalleled vitality, a spark unlike anything else, though frail may yet bridge the gap between human fragility and plant resilience. Injected diluted forebloom essence into the subject's bloodstream, augmented with weird stone, monitored reactions closely. 1 hour stable, pigmentation resembling plant tissue cross skin. 4 hours accelerated healing observed, partial integration of vascular systems. 12 hours, severe tremors, fluctuating vitals, subject's frame struggles to contain the spark. The essence resists confinement in the human vessel. If she survives, potential is limitless. If she fails, I must refine the formula. Find a stronger subject. Okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. I don't want your food, you freak. Alright, that appears to be the... What do you mean research found 0 of 1? Kind of feel like I just found some research. I can't access the map right now. That's why I'm sitting here confused. There's the way out. Somewhere directly down below is whatever research I need. Oh no, it's like, well, that's the way out, I think. I guess that's mark is just for like generally this area, right? There's something in my eye. Kind of feel like I found the research. I don't know what the game's asking of me. What am I missing, chat? What am I not seeing here? You seen any research? Oh, Caitlin's journal. Here we go. The spark of life exists in every living thing, yet we fail to grasp its true nature. In plants, it manifests as unyielding growth, their silent resilience against time and decay. In humans, it is the mind, the soul, force that drives creation and destructions alike. What if these two sparks could merge? Could we create a being greater than the sum of its parts? A union of strength and intellect, instinct and wisdom. Early observations. Plants are remarkable. They heal wounds that would destroy a human. A cut, a break, it matters not. Growth overtakes damage, always striving forward. But what they lack is intent, purpose. A plant does not choose, it simply reacts. Humans, however, are slaves to their frailty. The mind is strong, but the body falters. If you could combine the two, if I could bind their sparks, perhaps I could create a being free from weakness, free to thrive in ways nature alone could never allow. The first steps, I have collected samples, roots, vines, blood. Each holds its own spark, yet they repel one another like oil and water. I must find a bridge, a medium that allows the sparks to blend without extinguishing one another. My current theory lies in a unique reagent distilled from weird stone. Its mutagenic properties might serve as the key. The human body is a fragile vessel, but not all vessels are equal. Those untouched by purpose, unmoored souls who drift through life, might be more receptive. I have found one such vessel, a girl lost and forgotten on the streets. Her spark dim but present. She will not be missed. She will serve a purpose greater than herself. In her, the experiment begins. Progress and setbacks. The graphs hold, but only temporarily. Body rejects the plant matter as foreign, and the spark dims with every attempt. The girl is less responsive now. Her spark wanes, but I cannot stop. Failure means nothing without persistence. If her spark fades completely, I will find another vessel. The work must continue. The spark must ignite. The guild claims to seek the truth, yet they bind themselves with their precious ethics. What are ethics but a chain on the pursuits of knowledge? If they understand what I aim to achieve, they would kneel before the beauty of my work, but they will not, and so I must work in secret. The Forebloom, a name whispered in myths and half-truths. They said it was the first plant, the root from which all life in Avalon grew, a spark of creation itself, untouched by time or decay. If it exists, its essence could hold the answer to my search, the ultimate spark. Today, I discovered a map, all that remains of one. The markings lead to a cave hidden deep in the word-touched forest. Could it be the Forebloom's resting place? I have to know. If the Forebloom is real, its spark will surpass anything I've seen before. Pure, uncorrupted, I leave at dawn. Should I not return, let this serve as a record of my intent. The Forebloom is not just a key to understanding life, it is life, and I will claim it. I'm gonna put on my glasses, give me a second. They're just blue light glasses. They stop me from being bothered by the light so much. My eyes are really bugging me, so it'll be nice. They reduce the intake of blue light, make it less harsh on the eyes. Okay, well, that's his journal. So, we have to go find the Forebloom from the cave she was talking about. And also the guy who went to go look for it. She wants me to destroy the plant. Interesting. Oh, it's like way out there. Well, let's head here first then. It's closer. Fortunately, I think that might mean I have to move back through the stupid canyon again. Or maybe I can try to go around through this forest. Looks like I probably can. Hopefully it's less miserable than the fucking Spriggans. Just gonna try and move slowly and fight things one at a time along the way. Try not to get in a fight with like 3 of them, because that's usually what gets me killed. What's this about? That seems like some shit I don't want to fuck with. Okay, we got enemies. That's quick save. Move a little closer. I could probably take these guys. It's just 2 knights. I fought 2 knights before. Oh. Yeah, that was a chunk of my health, though, which is not great. Oh, great. Some random motherfucker jumped me from behind. Of course. Thomas, you really shouldn't speak to your mother. What the hell? What are you talking about, chat? Sure, show me the video. As long as it's not something that's gonna, like, get me straight up copyright claimed. Alright, what jumped me from behind? That's really the question here. Is this the shit that's gonna get me copyright claimed? I'm pretty sure they don't, that YouTube does not like the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song. I think this got me in some trouble last time. You should play the version of this that's rap. I don't know which rap it is, but it's some famous rap, and they edit it together. It's very funny. Damn, the status effect went away. That's not good for me. Oh, hang on, I also gotta resummon my shit. Cool thing is with some of the perks I have, the summons act as a pseudo healing spell, which is actually kind of cool. Because when the summons die, I get health back.
The indignity! Oh, the indignity!
And since I don't have a healing spell, that's actually really nice.
Indignity! Oh, the indignity! Oh, the indignity! Oh, the indignity! Oh, the indignity!
Ah, I see the thing that jumped me from behind now.
The indignity! Oh, the indignity! Oh,
The indignity.
oh, the indignity! 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 Oh, the indignity!
Oh, there's still a guy here. Who the fuck are you? Why are you jumping me? Well, you're gonna get what you deserve. Just randomly jumping me like that? What an asshole. Okay, I just picked up some boots, I believe. Are these cooler boots? Do I like these boots better? I think I do, yeah. Damn, I'm gonna need higher endurance though, because if I take this ring off, then I can't do that. Alright, where's the other Poisoned Knight's body? These guys had some decent loot. There it is. Whitening Tabard. I'm just gonna see what that looks like. Oh, it's what I was already wearing. Okay, never mind. What's up, man? You good? You're looking a little weird. You alright? What's up? You don't want to talk? Alright, fine. Do you want to talk? No? Alright. I'll just take all your food and leave then, I guess. The game doesn't want to act like you're real people, so I guess I'll take your food. See ya. See you later, Stinky. What are we looking at for map? Yeah, looks like we're heading over the northern end of this now. This is going to be a problem we have to contend with, but it looks like we can probably pass through this gap here and then go down, or we can follow the path. Let's reveal more of the map. Fuck it. Let's go through the gap instead. Blake loses all his health and says, "Oh, the indignity." True, chat. True. Oh, the indignity. What's going on here? This is something interesting. That's an enemy. That's a Fae? That doesn't look like a Fae. Alright, well, Fae's... Kill the Fae then, I guess. Could do without the poison, admittedly. Oh, great. Now there's multiple poisoned knights. Awesome. And something else. Something else is jumping me too. Of course. Why is it never just one thing? There's always like 10 things jumping me. You know what? Fair enough, I suppose. Oh, the indignity. There you go, chat. It happened. I lost all my life and said that. Alright, you motherfuckers. Come at me. I know you want to kill me. What the f- There's another stump over there? There's a goddamn stump over there. You fucker. Bro, that stump has got to stop fucking shooting shit at me. It's very annoying. Getting fucking carpet bombed from a distance. Getting fucking... They're shooting mortars at me. I thought I was in fucking medieval England. They're shooting mortars at me. The hell's that about? I'm dropping back. We're avoiding the mortars. We're gonna get out of range of him. And just fight the knights over here. The Fae seems to have been drawn into the conflict, which is a bad sign. You're gonna be a double poison tonight when I'm done with you. I mean, poison tonight. Poisoning the poison tonight is kind of funny when you think about it, don't you think, chat? There. Poison Knights dealt with. Fuck those guys. Let me see if they got some gold. Where did they go, anyway? Bodies just vanish? Like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Alright, well, next fight. Go kill that stump. Getting pretty good at magic, chap. In my defense, these guys are not fun to fight. So why would I fight them legitimately? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally unsummoned one of them. Your plan seems fucking hopeless. You're feeling filthy as a dive bar bathroom stone. Can't face the world sober and dopeless. You've lost your way. You think your life is wrecked. Well, let me just say you're correct. A loser, baby, a loser, but just maybe. Locked up little whiny bitch, you're a loser just like me. You're a screws loose boozer and only one-star reviewer. You're a power bottom at rock bottom, but you got company. This is a time when I thought no one could relate to the gruesome ways in which I'm damaged. But letting walls down, it can sometimes set you straight. We're all living in the same shit sandwich. Sold my soul to a psychopathic freak. You think that makes you unique? Nice, nice. Good job, team. You killed a Fae. Oh, well, 2 of you died in the process, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool of you. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Well, lose yourself, loathing, excuse yourself, let open, baby. Be who you are, a loser, just like me. Ooh, I love this song. Gypsy woman. More gains sensor. Interesting. I kind of stopped going to the quest and just started exploring because this place was interesting. Guess that's good game design, huh? I just kind of got lost in having fun. Not exactly a bad thing. Looks like I do have to go around here to get where I'm going now. Save me, she's a liar. I can't seem to untie her rope. She's got wrapped around her finger. Think I lost a little bit of my self-control. It does look like there's no gap here where I thought there was. So I either have to go back and go all the way around, or just go south and go this way. So now going south and going this way is more efficient. So I guess we're gonna follow the path. Into hell I will go, I can't ride or sleep. This ain't it. Beg, just make it quick. She puts me to my knees and now she got me saying, save me, she's a liar. I can't seem to untie her rope. She's got wrapped around her finger. Think I lost the last bit of my self-control. Maybe I'll sing it. Maybe I'll sing this one at karaoke. That's a good song. All right, we got some shit going on over here. Let's get ready. Respect you. Your name is Outcast Peasant and you die in 3 hits. Why would I respect you? You're like the least respectable person I can see. She's a liar. Kite shield is cool, but doesn't really fit my build. Oh. Stop fucking getting in my way. Zerder's heavy helmet could be interesting. Let's check that out. Money, honey, punny, funny. She's got wrapped around her finger. Think I lost the last bit of my self-control. She's a liar, and I can't untie her. What does this look like? I don't like it. It is technically an improvement. I can wear it and it doesn't overweigh me. I just don't like it. I just think it looks ugly. You know? Oops, 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 oops. Okay, we're fine. Alright, well, let's keep moving. I believe we're on the quest line right now. Yep. Abby Lee Miller. Blake's 28 Reasons. Why he doesn't want to play this game. Fair. I'll be honest, earlier when I was butting my head up against those Spriggans, I genuinely considered being like, you know what, I'm gonna go play something else for a bit. Maybe I still will go play something else for a bit at some point, but I'm at least having an okay time now. Just those Spriggans really were not fun to deal with. Oh, it's nighttime. I gotta set up camp. Or I'm gonna get fucked up. I think I should probably also fuel it today, so that I can stash some things and do some alchemy. Strong health potion. Let's craft one of those. Yeah, hell yeah. And also, a small health potion. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Those are always good to have. Do you have anything to identify? I didn't think so. Let's stash. Let's dump anything I don't need. So we have all crafting materials. And stuff we aren't wearing or planning to wear at all, even. Hang on. It'll be easier to sort through if I go from here. Poisons and night. Okay, I don't want two-handed weapons, so I can get rid of those. These I need for collecting stuff. I actually probably should keep the spear too, now that I'm thinking about it. Because the spear might be used for, like, fishing, spear fishing. I don't know if that's true, I just feel like I should probably keep it just in case. We don't need this extra armor. Old boots. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll keep the night boots. We're gonna get rid of this one. I'm holding on, for context, I'm holding on to the other ring because once I have the carry weight to sufficiently carry my shit without wearing it, I can swap off the burden ring and put on the one that increases my stats. Sure, I guess. This is literal junk. Keeping my sketches, my lockpicks. Is that another sketch? Yeah. Seems about right. Cool. Anything to cook? Just the one. Fair enough, let's rest. Rest till morning about. Still technically nighttime, that's fine. What time is it actually? Does it say somewhere? I'd like to know because this tells me exactly what time it stops being weird. I don't see anywhere where it says it. It would if I did this though. 5:17. So yeah, at 6 a.m. it stops being nighttime. Okay. Let's just quick save. I think I'll be fine for like an hour. If I want to like fight some shit, right? I'll be fine for like an hour. I can last an hour.
You are nothing but a peasant.
Ow. Maybe I can't last an hour. Come on, be on fire. There you go. Okay, now you take extra damage from me. So I need to lay in on you. Ow. Okay. You know what? I suspected as much. It's okay, I'll just rest a little bit longer. Create my summons ahead of time, then quick save. That's the plan. Rest 1 more hour. For safety, quick save. Oh, I can't quick save. I'm already detected? That's problematic. Well, let's create those summons then. Get ready to fight.
Show me what you are made of. Show me what you are.
Oh, shield bash. I was not expecting that. These guys are pretty tough, actually. What the fucking shield bash, dude? You fucking kidding me? Alright, well, I'm dead. Shield bash is deadly, dude. There we go. Okay. Let's get ready to fight these deserters now. They kill my summons fast enough that I don't think I should be using my magic on offensive stuff. I need to keep it for the summons. I'll just use my sword's status effects for the damage. Oh shit, okay. Speaking of killing my summons. The shield guy is a bitch, because that shield bash is deadly as hell. I don't know what the fuck my summons are doing, but oh, one of them just died. I was gonna say, but they've been alive this whole time. I don't know what they're doing, because they're not helping me. That's for sure. What do you think would have happened if I agreed to work for the fucking bee queen? Hmm? I did not mean to do this. Well, it's time anyway. Fun fact, in real life fights, and it's applicable in this game because this game has the same problem real life fights have, if you're against multiple opponents, you need to keep them on the same side of you because they will try to surround you and you cannot defend from every side at once. So you need to kind of back up, move around them to keep them kind of grouped up together, so you can keep them all on your side at once. And just like in real fights, you also want to summon goblins to beat the shit out of them. Very effective strategy in real life. Goblins and flaming swords, pretty peak combat strategy, honestly. That's how we won the Vietnam War. Well, we won. I don't know what this is, but it's catching. I mean, I can tell it's, that guy. But I don't know his name. Stupendium. I can tell it's, oh, it's number go up, okay. See, I knew it was on my playlist, so it had to be one of the ones I knew. Okay, well, I don't know where the other bodies went, so fuck it, we're just gonna raid their camp. Milk. He needs some milk! Okay, I see an enemy up here. Oh, that's just a deer, probably. Yeah. I'm not gonna beat up an innocent deer for no reason. I'm gonna beat up an innocent deer because it's fun. No, I'm kidding. It's as good a reason as any. Hey, where the fuck am I going? I'm supposed to be following this path. That's alright. Oh, interesting. Freaky, okay. What the hell? Okay.
Someone comes, lights the menu, and then dies on all watch. People will be at my door with pitchforks.
I like how all my summons are still here in the room.
Welcome back to the land of the living. Our hero.
Help him up, Ansel.
The fuck are we talking about? The fucking summons, dude. You gotta love them.
I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What
You can be both.
made the men react?
Well, I think they would want to know this.
You have a habit of not taking things seriously, don't you? This is no trick for optics.
Sure.
You must have a theory. The local men here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you breathe life into what was dead, and whether you meant to or not, alter the course of all history. That's how I see it. Tell me, do you know what this minion represents? Is that so? Quite discovered. People of Avalon still believe that Merlin, under King Arthur's command, raised the Menhirs to protect us from the mist that spawns monsters. None of this matters in our current situation. Here, the Menhir represents something more.
In what way?
It's a symbol of freedom, independence, strength, if you will. It shows the people of Bornot, my subjects, can face any challenge, even the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, who I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power was granted by King Arthur, therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away. Officially, they say they want to gather all the Menhirs scattered across Avalon, set them around Camelot, and bring people there to ensure their safety. That is, if they can figure out how to restore the power of the Menhirs. I don't think we know each other well enough to speak on unofficial terms.
Fair enough. What the fuck do you want from me?
I'm trying to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Cornwall.
Why would I be able to do that?
Your presence here didn't exactly make his job easy. With the men here active again, everything could change.
Okay.
I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the men here reignited, the people of Cornwall will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out. And
Makes sense.
Is something neither we nor the capital want. I'm to be honest. It's not something I can admit publicly, but I feel both sides are playing. I understand
Yeah.
that people don't want to abandon.
Being a centrist sucks. People call you fence sitter, even though you're like the most reasonable person in the room.
We find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a perfect burden. Calamity shield, you say? Your usual quest. That shield rests beneath the men here. And legend has it that it used to fuel its power for centuries.
Beneath the men here, you
I
said.
don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you do. Just don't take it.
So,
It's a treasure. And the people of
if they move the men here, I'd get to it.
is attached to your head, which you'll lose if we catch you trying to steal the shield.
That's fair. That's very fair. That makes sense.
Speak to Ansel. He's the one who decides what's worth my time.
Cool. All right, we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna make a permanent save here real quick. I don't care. We're gonna take a short break, and I'll be right back. And I might play a different game for a bit in the middle here, and then come back to this one. But either way, see you in a minute. Hello, Artedians. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the stream. What is it we're playing? That? I'd like to take this moment during the break to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. To make sure you get notified, remember to ring the little bell icon as well. You should also join our Discord server. There you can be notified of when we stream or host other viewer interaction events. You can play Dark Souls with us, and even join our Minecraft realm. But most importantly, we need your help. With the amount of streams we do, and all of us having full-time jobs now, editing the best ofs is not exactly feasible anymore. So if you see anything particularly funny, comment the timecode down below, and we'll make sure to include it. Thanks. Now we can get back to that.
it's a long way down to the place they found. Dark sun, hallowed by the fade. I doubt they live to be paid. Sing the blackness stare, promising to spare the chosen. Born of graves and left below, painted ashes, painted snow. When the dark awakens, fires of our last hope are getting low. Souls of gods and souls of men, meeting cinders to ascend. Fate has chosen and a fading light is at its end. Judgment born in frost, then he took a name for the one profaned. Know that's dark, but let it rest. Left to lurkers in their quest. Let the watchers fight in the blood ignite. The chosen, born of graves and left below, painted ashes, painted snow. Dark awakens, fires of our last hope are getting low. Souls of gods and souls of men, meeting cinders to ascend. Fate has chosen and a fading light is at its end. Yet we listen for bells left to toll, to fight back the depths of humanity's soul. For the unkindled we look to the sun. Cities and gold, all the victories won. Fear not the dark or the monsters, my friend. Place for the feast of humanity's end. Painted snow. When the dark awakens, fires of our last hope are getting low. Souls of gods and souls of men, meeting cinders to ascend. Fate has chosen and a fading light is at its end. Chosen and a fate. don't remember locking on. World spins, tell me what's with all the polygons. Wrong skin, tell me where the heck my body gone. Messed with a headset if I got the goggles on. I'm not sure of my face, I don't remember my name. Was sort of certain to wake, this must be all in my brain. Is this like just a lake? Cause this is flipping insane. Think I'm a bird that is caged inside a video game.
Welcome to our little digital realm. My, I can see you're just a bit overwhelmed. Why cry? You're just bidding bye-bye to your life. High time that you got a better groove of yourself. Get on the textured floor and see the tent du jour. You get to get the tour.
Is there an exit door?
You can forget it.
Sure, that's what we left before.
Wow, Jack's mature.
What did you scare them for?
This can't be happening, my sanity's unraveling. I'm scrabbling to snap out of the saccharine, imagining a parrot in a wacky canvas shack packed with mannequins.
Don't crack, you're about to see we're babbling.
Gosh, I hope they're okay.
Relax, doll. This isn't even canon.
Canon? What do you mean, canon?
He means that right now we exist even less than we usually do.
What?
See? Classic.
You're in a digital circus. Get back in your seats. It's the maze and amazing. The traffic repeat. You know resisting is worthless. So sing to the theme and slay to the stage. But the admission is free. You're tight in a tightrope. Prepare for the fun. Your life as a sideshow has barely begun. So smile to the stalls. The face is yet to be found. It's up to us all to make the merry-go-round. No way that I'm taking a fade in this place. Encased in a game on a faded display.
You're PG indentured.
I'm pleading with dentures.
You need an adventure, but I'll take it away.
Okay, new addition to the big top. Check the guest list, we can see your TikTok. Get the gift shop, popcorn, and a fizz pop. Spit pretty sick, but you better not be licked up.
Why are you like this? Nope, moving on, you'll see, chickadee. This is where you belong. Why it's meant to be destiny, endless in entropy. Bending indemnities.
Rest of the song.
You could rack up the points and go and gather the coins. That's the practical choice because it's that or the void. Hide a spider, hide inside a giant pile of rice and nectar. Find the exit. Don't forget about the exit. There's so much to enjoy. But parties, monkey bars, and underwater bumper cars. 100 yards of hunting yards, or funky bumping lumberyards. Tennis sorted tennis courts, attached to take a credit store. Teleporting exit door. Whoa, never mind.
It's a CD-ROM panopticon and I don't feel amazement. Incarcerated cage and outdated entertainment. A CDI of synthesize a fun and game enslavement.
With that line of thinking, or you'll end up in the basement. Whoa.
What the does that even mean? Ooh, accept surrender to this hellish render. We know this stands forever. Best you just get on with the show. Bask in the splendor. Get your new adventure and go. Just keep your head up. Lest you wanna wind up below. Accept surrender. Show me the door. Send me a sign. Carnival barking and out of my mind. This isn't fair. At least not that kind. I just wanna roll up and die. You're in a digital circus. Get back in your seats. It's amazing, amazing. The trapping trapeze. You know resisting is worthless. So sing to the theme. No hope of escaping. Just tend it, please. You're tied in a tightrope. Prepare for the fun. Your life as a sideshow was barely begun. So smile to the stalls. Your face is yet to be found. It's up to us all to make the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round. The merry-go-round. The merry-go-round. Living in a theater isn't what you dream when you're caught in a loop in a CG park like a video arena. A Hideo Kojima jumping through hoops for a PG bottom. I'm starting to lose my grip as the days start to melt to my lace. Mayonnaise in the drip and the pool in my feet, and I see the reflection projected that's meant to be me, but I've no recollection of genuine me. I don't eat, I don't sleep, it's just ceaseless adventure, repeat and repeat, and I need a reprieve. Would you please let me leave? But I don't even know what I'd be if I leave. When I say take it easy and breathe to release the unease, but I'm clearly abandoned to needlessly random scenes where it seems I'm the featured attraction. Weeks spent pleading and screaming in tandem. Clearly you see that the teeth of the madman. Each of them speaking to me of abstraction, but they won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means. You're in a digital circus. Get back in your seats. It's amazing, amazing. The trapping trapeze. You know resisting is worthless. So sing to the theme.
Typical self-insert. Speed ran the whole arc to fit it into a video.
Honestly, I'm just... They got to skip the theme song.
Oh. I forgot that was still on. I thought I was turning it off. I mean, turning it on. I was actually turning it off. The noodle. The noodle is here today. I love you. Wow. Down she goes. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play with the noodle a little bit. And while doing so... No, my controller died. We have saved. I'm gonna quickly exit game. We're gonna go play some... We're gonna play some MTG. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break to play some MTG. Just for a bit. We'll either come back to Tainted Grail, or maybe I'll just end the stream altogether, depending how I feel in a bit. For right now, I'm gonna play a round of MTG. It's easy. It doesn't require my constant focus, so I can pay attention to Iris when she gets rowdy, or playful, or tries to scratch my couch. Anyway, just one round of MTG. Maybe two. I kind of do feel like playing Returnal, even though the main reason I'm here. Maybe three. Maybe four. Maybe I just play MTG for the rest of the day. I should probably change the game title on Twitch to say that I'm playing. No, not Magic the Wandering. What the fuck is that? Whatever, I'll figure it out later. This one needs to be played when we have 2 or less. Let's do it now. Stupid bitch, whoever made a game called Magic the Wandering can go fuck themselves. Goodbye. Let's fix this. Magic the Gathering is what we're playing. There we go. Title updated. Browsing read does not help me right now. So we will play nothing. Just do our attacks. Iris sounds like she might be eating right now, which makes sense. She just got up. We're gonna counter that. We might just get them to quit before anything even happens by countering all their shit. That would be nice. That would be very convenient. I'm gonna need to not get mana screwed for that to happen, though. Right now I'm getting mana screwed. So, we'll see. Let's see, what do we want most? This is all the colors. This is blue, black. We probably want one of those two, preferably black. Black is more valuable to us. I could play Rousing Reed, but... Well, he only has a 5-cost creature right now. I think we pass on playing anything right now. We attack with this guy because his death does not matter to us. Not to sound callous, but he literally is replaceable. Hi, girl. I love you. You want to play Magic? No, you want to drink my soda. You can't have my soda. The Void. Can you imagine if I fed the Void to the dog? That would be bad. She can't have the Void. Hoist the colors high. What the fuck is this key ass deck? Thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Alright, we gotta get our shit out. Now that our commander's out, we'll be able to do something, finally. Ideally we get a land next turn, we can play Grim Grin. Grim Grin is gonna be good because he's gonna remove shit like this. And we can basically fuel him with these guys. That's not good. That's bad for us. Never shall we die. Okay, we did not get a land. We could Damnation that, but I think that's probably recreatable. What made that thing? I wasn't paying attention. What made that thing? I don't know what made that thing. We could Damnation this, but we have good stuff on the field right now, so that's actually not good for us. I think what we do is we... Oh, we can steal that though. We just have to like Rousing Read or Zoetic Glyph it. Let's Zoetic Glyph that. It has a 0 mana cost because it's a token. So there we go. Stolen. Stolen. I don't know where she went, but there isn't really anything dangerous down here for her. The only thing that's a problem is her scratching my couch, and she's not there, so she's probably fine. I can hear her playing in a bag. Back there. That thing's mildly annoying, but I think I can still outpace his damage. Especially if I keep stealing his shit. That has lifelink, which I don't like, but it's not the end of the world. It's a 1/1. That's a problem. Let's see. He probably has some shit to counteract me. He's probably got something up his sleeve. But I'm gonna do this anyway. It might be unwise. Oh, it was fine. I needed the 4 life gain, so I wanted to take that risk. That's kind of scary. They do not have hexproof though, so I can still steal them. But will it be enough for me to survive? I don't think so. Yeah, that's problematic. Hi, girl. How you doing? I think this is a damnation moment, but they're all indestructible too. Oh boy. I think I lose this, but whatever. I start stealing these and hope that it saves my ass, but it probably won't. Yeah, he tapped it. That makes sense. It's a smart move. I also never made it past 4 mana. Classic. Yeah, that's game. There's nothing I can do about that. It's gonna hit me with fucking 4 17/17s with flying and trample. Like, what do I do about that? And they were all indestructible too. Like seriously, what do I do about that? Alright, we're gonna do something my computer probably won't like. We're gonna find out if my computer is able to tolerate this bullshit. Oh, it's still got Magic the Gathering on screen. Hang on, I can fix this. Turn off auto detect. I don't know what the fuck that game overview bullshit was, but it's whatever. I think I gotta make it the active window still. Why is my controller not working? You know what? My controller might be playing Magic on me. Fine, I'll close Magic. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I don't really... I would rather play Magic right now. So we're gonna do a couple rounds of Magic. I'll turn auto detect back on because I like it. Do a couple more rounds of Magic. And then we'll call it for the day. I can relax, I can practice my bass. I can figure out what songs I'm gonna sing tonight for karaoke. You know, that sort of thing. Plus, it's almost dinner time, so it'll work out. And I can play with Iris after the cameras are off so that I have more focus on her. Funny Noodle. Don't know what she's up to right now, but she's somewhere in here. She went up to check out my stuffed animals over there, and then she just didn't take one of them. She usually does take one of them, but she just didn't today. I don't know where she went, but she's somewhere. Oh, I heard her sniff, so I know she's this direction. I don't know what she's doing, though. Come on, really? You're gonna fucking mana screw me again? Son of a bitch. I hate when I'm like 2 turns in and I'm getting mana screwed. Like, come on, man. My deck doesn't come online until fucking turn 4 or some shit. So, I'm just, screw it. If I get mana screwed that early, I'm just done. I really wish Arena had something to prevent mana screwing. Like, I know it's like random because it's supposed to be. But I really wish they had like a system where you were guaranteed to draw land for the first couple turns. Because getting mana screwed isn't fun for anyone, you know? It's not fun for me. And it's not fun... It's not fun if I'm getting mana screwed, because I'm not getting to play the game. And it's not fun if my opponent's getting mana screwed, because they're probably just gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's having fun in that situation. But whatever. I'm just going to show you a couple of the decks I've been playing recently, and then we are going to call it. I think I already said that. It's whatever. Just taking a quick detour. Appa? The fuck are you doing here? Hey, girl. What you up to? Being a little silly? Being a silly little goober? She's just running around. And she's now on the couch. She's gonna go for scratching the couch. I'm watching you, you little goober. I don't think I didn't see that. That's it, you're paying the toll. You're getting put on screen because you're cute. Goober. Goober in. Are you goober in? Hmm? You goober in over here? There she goes. Wah! She's jumping around over there. They play an additional land. Silly goober. Alright, let's go to my turn. I think the wall is better for the first, to play first. And we'll do Nadir Kraken next turn. Bing, 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 boop. Boop your nose. Silly goober. Is that what I think it is? That's not what I thought it was. Okay, good. Yeah. I'm paying it. We don't have enough land anyway to play the Kraken, so we might as well pay that cost. Come up here. Come and take my legs. Wah, yeah, there it is. Funny goober. I still don't have a land, so I guess why not? Kind of getting screwed here, but sure, whatever. Please give me a land. Thank you. We got a 5/5, so we can't attack with anything. We don't have the shit out that we want our tentacles to die yet, so we're not gonna bother attacking with them. Fight dirty. Salvatore Adanachi. That looks like a turtle. I don't like those. I don't like that. Stop with the Jumbo Cactar. Oh my god.
She brings it, she carries it. Now remember.
Welcome back, chat. I'm not gonna be live for too much longer. I'm taking a break from Tainted Gail to do some
Every time
magic
Abby
for a bit,
Dance
just a
Company
few
walks into a
matches.
competition,
Iris is
they're
here.
representing a legacy. Kids who've danced
You'll
before
probably
them
see
that
her
were
at some point
amazing,
when she
and
comes
so
over
much
here
is
and bother
at
me
stake because
again.
We don't want to be the ones who lose.
Abby Lee Miller, I need to check in.
Or you can just jump back a few minutes in the video and you'll find the time when I was playing with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this for a bit and then I'm gonna be done for the day, I think.
Flip-flops. I don't want booty shorts walking through here. You make sure you're covered and dressed appropriately. Do you understand?
And then Abby starts with her
This doesn't seem good.
I get your room numbers right now.
It seems like it might be a bad thing that's occurring currently. He's gonna take a big chunk out of me. Yeah. I don't think I'm living another turn, to be honest. Because everything's got fucking trample. And I don't have enough mana because I didn't get another goddamn land. It'd be nice to get to play the game, but the game insists upon not giving me land. It's a slow deck, I know that. But it can survive, just barely, as long as it actually gets the land to support it. Because once it starts up quick. I'm just not getting the land. Very annoying. Iris is the dance moms. She's the war dance moms. She does little war dances. If you don't know, ferrets do little war dances where they arch their back and they hop. They call it a war dance. That's what they do when they play. It's very cute. Adorable little thing. One of my favorite things about ferrets. The sound they make when they're playing is also very cute. Because it's really quiet. Ferrets are very quiet creatures. They don't make a lot of noise generally. If a ferret is making a lot of noise, it's very bad. It means something really serious is going on. So their playful noises are just like really quiet little sounds. Very cute. Probably wouldn't even get picked up on camera. Strobe warning, I guess. This guy is simply not playing the game. Why do you start a match if you're simply not playing the game, huh? Why do you start a match and then take like an hour to fucking decide to play a LAN? I will never understand these types of people. Hello, girl. Just gonna go grab Agden. Agden Longscarf. Funny Bunny. Or is she going for Bugs Bunny? Hmm? She likes rabbits. I've noticed that. She's going for the rabbit. Come here, my girl. Come say hi to the viewers. Why is it end turn? Did he play that on my turn? What happened? How many turns in are we? Whatever. Whatever. It is my opinion that you should get a house rule free mulligan as long as your opponent also mulligans. If you mulligan, like let's say you're first, you mulligan, passes to the next person. The next person is first. If they mulligan, it goes to the next person. They go first, right? That's how the game should go. Let's hope I get a land next turn, because if I don't, I'm getting screwed again. But we'll see. Hey, maybe he'll destroy my artifact too and fucking set me back 2 turns. We'll see. Who knows? He sure is taking his time to decide. Do you want to play the game or not, buddy? You're just sitting there for so long. What are you doing? Seriously. Land, please. Oh my god. What is this guy's problem? He's gonna hold priority on every fucking step of the way. This isn't even competitive, so it's not even like he gains something out of winning this match. It's not even like he's trying to, like, get me to quit out of frustration, right? Because he doesn't even gain anything for that. The only purpose of playing the game right now is to play the game. And if he doesn't want to play the game, why is he playing the game? Blake, you did a nice job this weekend. And on the bus coming home, we told you to sit down 32 times, I counted. Damn. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing a draw card. Even though I'm supposed to be holding on to these for at least this way, I will have a goddamn land. It's better than nothing. How many, what do I have now? 4 lands, 2 of these, that's 6 mana. I'm about to play my commander for 5, and I don't have a 1 cost or a 2 cost rock. So, it's gonna be 2 turns before I get to do anything. Actually, if I draw a land technically this coming turn, I can play the commander and something else. At least he's dealing me damage slow enough that it's like, not a big deal. Is furry, that's why? You mean because he's fucking got a Johnny as his fucking icon? Sure, chat, let's say that. I swear to God, if you fucking counter my shit somehow with white, I'm throwing my fucking cock in your mouth. You're getting fucked. I'm coming to your house. Leonardo. Oh, Brandon, sorry. Brandon, I'm coming for your ass. Hi, girl. How you doing? No, you don't want to say hi to me? You just want to go to my couch? Yeah, I don't think I didn't see what you're doing there. No scratching the couch. Is this his turn or my turn? I can't tell. This is an instant speed, so it's my turn. My creature still hasn't come out. He's just making it take forever.
Talk to me that way.
The TV personality known for over-the-top screaming bits on Dance Moms is now in a wheelchair, unable to walk after cancer ravaged her spine. She opened up to Jim Murray.
Is this frustrating?
Don't wish that on anyone. Even if they are a dance mom.
This is Abby Lee's first interview since serving 8 months.
Oh, you're duking. You're having fun.
First day was the worst day.
He made me wait all those times. He can wait a little bit.
She says her thyroid and diabetes medications were
Yeah.
taken away when she was thrown into solitary confinement after she said she was falsely accused of posting photos of herself in prison with visitors.
I would have strange guards that
Funny noodle girl.
never saw before walk in and ask other girls.
Yeah, who's a big girl?
And then they come to your locker, they take a can of shake it up.
Hide in the box. Hide in the box. Wah! You trying to come around, sneak around to get me? I see you. Don't think I didn't see you, little goober. Coming for me? Come on. You can come over here. This is his turn now, right? Yeah, this is an enchantment. He can't play this on my turn. Finally, I can do something. You know, I know I've been complaining about not getting lands, but actually starting now, it's actually better for me to not have lands. And I get a land anyway. Fuck it. I need to quickly get my commander out, and then once my commander's out, I need to be playing more instants rather than lands. And I'm gonna get lands inevitably anyway, because I'm gonna be constantly drawing cards. Any non-land card is going to draw me a card, which could be a land anyway, so... You know what I mean? So I want to scry or surveil lands away, generally, once I get to this stage. Oh, he's just gonna exile my fucking commander. Of course he is. I finally get to do something. He's just gonna exile it. The son of a bitch. Yeah, I hate these people, dude. I fucking hate them. This guy's deliberately just trying to piss me off. That's all it is. He's just trying to piss me off. Well, he's succeeding. He is pissing me off, and I hate him. I'm not gonna quit, but I admit he's a fucking douchebag. Congratulations. Congratulations, you convinced me you're a fucking douchebag. I don't... Whatever. Probably shouldn't have done this. Yeah, really shouldn't have done that. I was hoping I could prevent his commander from attacking me, but instead I just wasted time. He's gonna do it again. Actually, I don't mind that one so much. It has its abilities, that's what's important. Its passive abilities are the important part anyway. Now he's actually less likely to kick it because he thinks he's dealt with the problem, right? This is actually not a bad thing for me. However, he might just still beat me to death before I get the chance to do anything because he's just an asshole who slowed me down this much to begin with. So, girl, stop it! Stop scratching my couch! What is wrong with you? You see this? Evidence of the crime. You see that? Evidence of the crime. I don't know what this guy's problem is, but he's got one for sure. Girl, stop it. Okay, we get 2 mana rocks out. We have a total of 3 mana, but in the future we're gonna have an additional 2 on top of everything else. That's pretty damn good. So, now what we're gonna do is wait till his turn. Don't do that. Stop it. You're in air jail for scratching my couch. Yeah, you're licking my hand, I know. You love me so much, you want to destroy everything I own and hold dear. She likes it when I do this. Well, I don't know if she likes it, but she reacts to it when I do this over her. And she'll jump at my hand and do little spin flips and stuff. I did not mean to grab your butt. Catch me if you can. A noodle. He's not gonna block it because of course he's not. Why would he? I'll eventually just mill him out if I can live long enough. That problem is going to be living long enough. Now here's the cool part, ready? He doesn't have counter spells because he's white. As soon as he plays something, I am responding with Repulse, getting rid of his commander. Really? You wanted to can that badly? Fair enough. I'm gonna get rid of his commander with Repulse. And that's also gonna draw me a card, so I will now have a blocker ready to go. Unfortunately, these things have vigilance, so they're not gonna get tapped. Oh well. Whatever. Is that a car? Action News Crew? Whatever. Get over here, you fucker. Get back here, you fucker. Do not scratch my couch. Leave it alone. How hard is it? Just not do that. Noodle. Noodling. Where'd the girl go? Whatever.
No more makeup, honey. You like that makeup there?
All right, let's go in here. Let's check out our kids and let's go back.
Hello. Okay.
We were at the bar making friends.
How should I guess that's where you were?
Brooke, stay right here. I'm gonna do a couple curls in her hair and then a couple curls in your hair. I think I'm gonna hold these hats hostage, and you guys each have to buy me one cocktail each for making the hats.
Oh, kiss my. I already gave you your cocktail today. I'm done.
Talk like those ladies.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I'd rather not.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Into the curling iron.
There. That's all you're getting.
She walked right into the curling.
Oh, we gotta play that Sodor game, chat. It's the new month now. I don't know if it's out yet, but when it's out, we gotta play it. Hopefully it didn't get delayed or anything. Let me actually check that. I'm gonna check that on Steam.
When we were cleaning up,
I'm sitting here anyway, I might as well.
I was putting away my.
Wonders of Sodor, huh? This is a $40 game, holy shit. It's out. And there's a $17 add-on, and it's just a guy. It's just one train. That's crazy. It's basically just a fucking color shift. This game is a fucking scam, dude. Holy shit. Chat, I want it known, I do not support buying this game. I will be doing it because it's the thing you requested. But I do not encourage anyone else to buy this game. $40 for I don't know what the fuck I'm even doing. $17 for basically a palette swap character skin? No. What a fucking idiot. I out-stubborned him. What a meme. I wasn't even doing anything. Like, he was still winning. I probably could make a comeback because my deck is good at that, but what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna play Returnal and then I'm gonna call it a day. Returnal is funny. Who's a good girl? Chat, do you know how to play Magic? Do you know how to play this game? It's fun. Also, this is free. If you want to play Arena, it's totally free. Never learned. It's not that hard, really. I mean, here's the thing. Understanding how to play it is not hard. Understanding how to build a deck well takes a little bit more skill. I'm a combo player. Some would argue I don't build decks well because I don't have a lot of responses, but it's just my play style. I like to play combo stuff. I love building an engine and having it do a thing, you know? I love just seeing a stack of triggers going off in the corner of my eye on the side of the screen. That's my favorite shit right there. So that's where I'm at, chat. Did Blake see what I said to bot? I don't think so. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that comment. I just didn't say anything good. The bots deserve it. Bots deserve less. That is the simple truth. I should have played this first. That was a really suboptimal play, but whatever. I'm willing to trade. Trades are good for me. I don't want to remove a thing though. Let's just put one on here just to make sure we have one. And this one's gonna get most of them because it's the... Oh, she's in a little box. She just popped her head up through the roof. I wish I could show you what she's doing right now. It's very cute. It's a headphone box, and it's got like the front that like opens up like this to display it. So there's like the display window, and the plastic that is the display window is gone. So it's just like a hole there that opens up like this, and it's laying down, so it's opening like this, and she keeps sticking her head out the top. Very cute. Okay, what's my move here? I have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so I want to try and play 2 things for 5 mana. There's never a better time to kill an enchantment, so let's do it. And we'll put a Copper Longlegs out there since we've still got mana. We can't swing, except with this, because we can buff it to be able to kill his commander, which means he probably won't block it. And if he does, that actually benefits me. Trading benefits me, because this is a Graveyard Shenanigans deck. So Graveyard Shenanigans, chat, because I know you said you don't know how to play this game. It's all about bringing stuff back from the graveyard. In this case, specifically, this commander creates copies of anything that dies and shuffles them into my deck. And they're stronger the more counters they had on them beforehand, which is why I've been putting these counters on the guys. Like, name the Sodor stream Stan Artemis. I mean, sure. I can just make it a mashup of things you guys like, sure. I just don't understand your sense of humor, I guess. I don't want to play Illicit Masquerade until I have Ozolith, because I can only get imposter counters once. So ideally I hold off playing that as long as possible. Sacrifice creature, proliferate. That's actually a good use of my mana. because proliferating counters and triggering this, very good together. I don't have anything I can swing with though because his commander is stronger than everything I have. Those who lies, those salted lies, poison in heaven. Ooh, Reflections. Reflections is scary. Yeah, that's bad. He's actually Graveyard Shenanigans too. That explains why he was willing to trade. Because he is zombie Graveyard Shenanigans. Makes sense. I'm more Phyrexian things. I built this deck inspired by the game Returnal. Because this creature reminds me of the creatures from Returnal. Sheoldred is very powerful. It's going to be a target. If he has any removal, Sheoldred's probably getting removed. Get over here, you little stinker. Do not scratch my couch. Or he's going to go for the commander. Interesting. I wonder if his plan is to kill the commander and then Sheoldred. Could work. To stop me from getting copies of Sheoldred, sure. Yep, that was a good move. That was a good move. Smart. I mean, unfortunately for him, it also kills his field, which delays and gives me more time. Time benefits me. But, I will admit, decent move. I'm gonna play long legs after this, so I only need 2 mana. 3/5 for 2 mana. Because of Geox. Also, chat, because you don't know the rules of this game too well. What I'm playing right now is called Commander. It's a specific format. It has special rules that you get 1 commander that comes back. You can pay an additional 2 every time it dies to get it back. So you generally build your deck around the commander, triggering things the commander does. Just 2 target creature cards in graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. That's kind of meh. Unless... bringing Sheoldred back is probably worth it. Girl, stop it! You stinker! Can I play this and that? I can, as a matter of fact. We're gonna put this out finally. Resolve. We need 3 mana, so we can pay this cost, yes. Then we're going to Victimize. I'm going to choose this and this, because those are good cards. And we are going to sacrifice Copper Longlegs. We could also sacrifice my commander, funny enough, because we have a cheaper version of my commander coming in, but I'm not going to do that. And we can also bring back Copper Longlegs yet again. There's my shenanigans. And that is why this deck is fun. Unfortunately, everything having Death Touch on his field is very bad for me. Do not scratch my couch. That's it. You're getting put upstairs. As soon as this game is over, you're getting put upstairs. Actually, as soon as this game is... Well, he destroyed everything at once, so I get a bunch of triggers off of that. So I'm not complaining. And I just get to bring this back anyway. Yeah, this deck is pretty fucking saucy. We will play the cheaper Brutal Carnivora. Yeah, he did not like that. That's why this deck is saucy. That was a good match. That was a really good match. We'll be right back. My keyboard is off, so that didn't work. Hello, Artedians. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the stream. What is it we're playing? That? I'd like to take this moment during the break to remind you to like, comment,